Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Matt, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different on the channel. You know, this is my first Great Eastern Cutlery knife. Usually I buy Spyderco knives, and until recently, I've really looked into traditional pocket knives, and I didn't really understand why someone would want to carry a traditional folder in this day and age of locking knives and super steels and just modern knives in general. Well, after doing a lot of research online and looking at Great Eastern Cutlery knives, I've sort of got bit by the bug. And I'm really starting to enjoy traditional pocket knives. And the more I understand about them, the more I like them. So today we're going to focus on the new knife I bought, where I bought it from, the customer service of the company I bought it from, and why you'd want to carry a traditional folding knife in 2020. And I'll also do some size comparisons with this new knife. Okay, so let's jump right into it. This might be a long video, so sit back, grab something to drink, eat, and let's take a look at this. So I placed my first order with TSA Knives in January 24th of this year, and I couldn't be happier right off the bat. They have fantastic customer service. Before I bit the bullet on this knife, I, went on their website, tried to see if I could contact them in any way, and lo and behold, I found a number at the bottom of the page because I had a couple questions on the knife and on this pocket slip that I bought. So, it being 6:30 at night here in Michigan, on the 24th, I called the number at the bottom of the screen, or at the bottom of the page of TSA Knives, and I was expecting to really just get a automated type service. But somebody actually answered the phone, and I was surprised. It wasn't an automated service, it was an actual person. And the person who answered the phone, her name is Erin, and she did a fantastic job answering my questions and sending me over pictures on this knife that I requested because I wanted to get a feel of it. I've never had a Great Eastern Cutlery knife, and I didn't know how big it was. There was measurements on the site, but, looking at videos online and actually having it in your hand are two different things. So I wanted to get just a little bit better of an insight of how big this knife was. So Erin did a great job sending me over pictures and talking with me about the knife and the pocket slip. And I just got to say thank you. Everybody over there at TSA Knives, and Erin in particular, you did a fantastic job, and it speaks volumes for customer service this day and age. There's a lot of other great knife companies out there, or companies that sell knives, but man, TSA Knives, I think I'm going to buy all my Great Eastern Cutleries through you guys now, because I'm definitely going to buy more in the future. And if you're watching this, TSA, I have my eye on the new Pocket Congress that they're coming out with the banana shield and the bone handle. I can't wait for that to drop. When you guys get that in, let me know. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about what I got. So I ordered the Tidioute GEC 92-22-19, which is the Eureka Jack in OD Green Canvas Micarta. And I love green. Green's my favorite color, and OD Green in particular is just amazing. So when I viewed this knife on the site, I knew I had to have it. Anyway, now this is just a side note. They did send me a couple freebie items. I didn't ask for them. They were just kind enough to throw these in. And thanks again. I got some Ballistol wipes. Great for preserving and, cleaning off your knife. I got some Frog Lube, which I never used before. It's a lubricant for really guns, knives, anything you need a good lubricant for. I got a sample of that, so I'm definitely going to try that in the future. And they also sent me this tube popper, and I don't know if this is made out of a knife blank or just a piece of stamped metal that resembles like a knife blade, but they were kind enough to send this along. And thank you again. As you can see, it has the tube popper on this side, a little spot for your key ring, and a box opener or letter opener side. So, and this is also used as a blade key, so you can use this if you don't have any fingernails to open your slip joint knife. So thanks for that freebie. I really appreciate that. So all Great Eastern cutleries come in this tube, and it's good for collector purposes, and it's different packaging too. So if you guys aren't familiar with Great Eastern, awesome little tube design here they come in. I ordered this pocket slip and the knife. So first, let's start off with the knife, because I know you guys are dying to see this thing. I've been staring at this ever since I bought it. Just the craftsmanship on this Pennsylvania, USA-made knife is phenomenal. They make these knives on the same 100-year-old plus machines that used to make slip joint knives way back in the day. And man, I got to hand it to them. They do a fantastic job. All of these knives are hand fitted, finished, and selected patterns from just old styles, and they're made with care and craftsmanship that really surpasses a lot of the modern industry nowadays as far as slip joints go. I mean, these are just gorgeous. As you can see, there's no spacing in the liners. There's no gaps, warping, nothing. I mean, it's all smooth, even on the covers, transitioning to the bolster and the caps. It's just amazing. And this is a workman's knife. The Tidioute line is made to be a working man's knife, to where the Northfield is going to be a little bit more fancy, polished blades and everything. These have satin blades. Just fantastic workmanship. So this model has a pin shield, which means it's not glued on like some case knives are. Let me zoom in. So you can see the pin there, holding the shield into place. Like I said, the blades are satin, as well as the bolsters and the cap. Pin construction, so you can't adjust the pivot or anything, but no big deal. Smooth on the pins. Great blade centering, especially for a traditional. Just amazing quality. Now, when I first received my knife, I was concerned about this right up here on the two blades on the tang. As you can see, there's some finishing there, but it's rough on these other parts. And I didn't know if that was normal or not. Again, here's a testament to TSA Knives customer service. I messaged them about this issue because I noticed it, and they said they were unsure at first if that was normal, but they got a hold of Great Eastern Cutlery, and they got back to them, and TSA Knives let me know that indeed this looks like gouging is normal due to the machinery in the machining process of the blades. So it's nothing to be worried about. I mean, it doesn't affect the locking, the blade play or anything. There's no blade play. It doesn't affect anything of the functionality of the knife. It's just a minor, looks issue. So, yeah. And I looked at a lot of other videos that you guys posted online that are in the community of slip joint knives, and it is indeed normal to have that rough finishing, which is fine. It doesn't bug me. But, yeah. So yeah, thanks TSA Knives for helping me out with that as well. Really appreciate it. So these blades are made out of 1095 carbon steel. It is not a stainless steel. It will rust if you keep it around moisture for prolonged periods of time. So just make sure that, you clean the blade off with a little bit of water and then wipe it dry very quickly after you're done using it. It will develop a patina. But the cool thing about carbon steels is that they're very easy to sharpen. I actually had to touch this blade up a little bit when I received it, but now it's razor sharp. And they actually hold the edge for a decent amount of time. Not as long as a lot of super steels, but again, you can sharpen it very quickly. The walk and talk on this knife is great. The pull is pretty easy. Now, this is my first, like I said, my first GEC and my first modern-made slip joint. I'm not too versed on like pull weights or anything like that, but if I was to guess, this would probably be sitting around a 5 or a 6. Not super heavy, but it's not, super light. So you don't have to worry about that. So it comes with a spear point blade, which is very nice in the hand and very nice cutting performance. Just under 3 inches on that one. We'll do some size comparisons here in a second. And then you also have a coping blade, which is similar to like a sheep's foot, but it's ground just a little bit different at the tip. And this is a great little box opener and stuff like that. So very, very sharp out of the box on this one. Really nice. What I want to mention too is that, I'm not worried anymore after carrying this for a week that it doesn't have a lock. It does have a half stop, so it gives you warning before the blade closes on your hand. And then if you choke up on the knife, right here, the choil, it's got a nice strong spring. I'm giving that quite a bit of force to push it. But you don't have to worry about it really closing on your hand if you use your blade right. If it was good enough for our grandfathers, great-grandfathers, it's good enough for me. And you don't have to worry about really the knife closing if you use your blade properly. So really, really nice. All right. All right, so I think that's about it for the workmanship and everything like that and the look at it. So let's do some size comparisons before I show you the pocket slip. First, let's take a look at a Delica 4 and do a size comparison with that. So as you can see, it's a lot smaller as far as length goes. And width-wise, this thing just disappears in your pocket. So a lot, thinner that way. Let's look at the backs. And let's open it up, take a look at the blade length. So cutting edge to cutting edge, as you can see, just about the same blade length there. Pivot to pivot. Technically, you have more reach with the Delica 4, but that's okay. Keep that closed. All right, let's move on to another one. This is the Man Bug in H1 from Spyderco. So open, you can see that it's not much longer than the GEC is closed. And what's really neat is that the coping blade, compared to the Ladybug, is just about the same blade length. Different shape, obviously, but what I like about this is that I used to carry, and I still do sometimes, the Ladybug alongside the Delica. So I'd have this clipped to my pocket. This is my coin pocket. And so I'd have two different blade lengths and variations. Now I can carry just the Great Eastern and have two blade sizes, and one for opening boxes, one for bigger tasks or whatever, food prep. And I can only carry, I'm able to carry one knife and take up less room in my pocket. So I really like that. All right, let's do another size comparison. Here it is next to a standard US quarter. And here it is next to a regular standard house key. All right. So I want to make sure this video doesn't go too long. I want to keep it sort of short for you guys. So let's talk about this pocket slip. This thing is awesome. When I ordered the pocket slip with it, I asked Aaron, if the Eureka Jack would fit, or how it would fit in the slip. And she sent me some pictures over, and it was just perfect. Just a perfect fit. The quality on this is amazing too. Really nice stitching. There's no gaps in the leather. Sewed very tightly. Really nice tooling on the GEC logo. See if it'll focus better here. Really nice tooling. The inside of the pocket slip is a little bit on the rough side, but this will smooth out over time. And it's pretty good as far as the flexibility goes. It's supple, but it's stiff enough to give you some rigidity to the slip. It also has slightly burnished edges too, so it makes it really easy to slip in and out of the pocket. All right, I've been carrying this knife again for a week at work. I'm a locksmith, and like I said, I was a little bit hesitant at first with a non-locking blade, and I'm pretty much at ease with it. And this thing has served me quite well at work. I love the versatility of this jackknife pattern. I love the shape. If you look at the Canvas Micarta, it's just beautifully done in OD green. Look at that. Look at the detail on that. Just amazing. Let me show you the Tang stamp. Tidioute Cutlery, made in the US. On the other side, you will find some information here. So 92 designates the pattern of the knife. 2 designates the main blade shape, which is a spear point. The third 2 tells you how many blades this particular knife has on it. And the 19 tells you the date that the knife was produced. So made last year in 2019. Actually around my birthday. So this knife came out in September. And man, that's another reason why I think this knife was made for me. OD green, favorite color. And made in September of last year. Really, really awesome, guys. Alright, well, that was my order from TSA Knives. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry the video was slightly longer than I anticipated, but I really wanted to make sure you guys get a feel for this knife if you haven't picked one up already, and give you guys a walk around and my first impressions on it, as well as give you a idea of TSA's awesome customer service. Again, thank you everybody at TSA Knives for making my order very, very easy and answering my questions. That just shines nowadays. Customer service is everything. And they're a little bit under the radar as far as knife sellers go. And I really think everybody should check them out because they have a lot of awesome different knives on there. A lot of slip joints, some Spyderco, some modern folders, some fixed blades, all that kind of good stuff. Good accessories too. So check them out, guys. Thanks for watching this video. And let me know what your favorite GEC pattern is. And hopefully this serves as a nice, welcoming video to the community of traditional folders. All right, guys. See you later. Have a good one.